Hi friends, it's Suzanne here from sunstampin.com. I'm a Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I want to welcome you to my weekly Wildcard Wednesday video on my blog and YouTube channel. The card designs I share today are a little more technique driven, but nothing too complicated. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial and would love to see you shop with me. For today's card design, I am featuring the Host Celebration stamp set called Little Ladybug. You'll find her on page 17 of the Celebration brochure. So I have all of my watercolor pencils out. That is the assortment 1 and 2. And I have Whisper White Thin, which is just the regular stamping white paper. I'm inking up with StazOn ink. StazOn is like a black, it's a beautiful black ink, but it's actually waterproof. So it's actually made of alcohol or solvent, they say. So it's really good. Once it dries completely, you can put water over it and the black line will not smudge. I absolutely love stamping with StazOn ink, especially with red rubber stamps. It will stain your photopolymer, so do be careful. If I'm stamping with photopolymer, I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo Black, which is also waterproof, well, water resistant, let's say. But anyway, I digress. Here is my Melon Mambo watercolor pencil. And I'm just using it right now like a pencil crayon. Oh, and for you Americans, I just said colored pencil. Anyway, so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to leave a white spot because I'm going to go in with my Aqua Painter and I don't want that color to be too heavy. This was a darker green. I don't even remember what it was. And then lemon lime twist, I believe. This is real red for the Ladybug. And I was probably a little heavy-handed with her, but it actually worked out really, really well. And you'll see at the end of the card design why. So colored her in, and I actually went over twice, and that's why I figured I had a heavy hand with this watercolor medium. And this is just plain Whisper White. So I am going to try not to get it too wet. This is my Aqua Painter. I'm wetting the heavier colored pencil or watercolor pencil part first, and then sort of drifting the water over top of that white part. So it gets a tinge of color, but not too much. And I just left the center alone. I felt it was fine. I don't know why I didn't touch it, but it looks fine. So I suppose you could have went in with black as well. I don't know what kind of flower this is, so I couldn't tell you what the center should be colored. It's from my imaginary garden, so there you go. So I used 2 different colors of green. I don't know, I can't remember again, but I'm sort of blending the 2 together. So it does look like it's a little bit shaded. This is more of a cartoon, so it doesn't have to be overly accurate, or I felt anyway. So here my Aqua Painter was kind of not too juicy, and it's just sort of pushing around the color. I did not necessarily want it to be like that. So I squeezed a little bit more water out, and you can see how it works there. She's a little wet. And that's okay. I also put a little pink cheek on her as well. So once she had dried, or dried enough to touch, I fussy cut her out. And I cut that out of the video so it wouldn't be too long. You know how to fussy cut. So one of the little coordinating things is that you can buy the dies for the Little Ladybug if you wanted. All right, so this is Melon Mambo cardstock. I put my flower card front down. I'm going over it with Wink of Stella, so just to create a little bit more softness. That's one of the wonderful things with watercolor. If you make a little bit mistake, just go over it with Wink of Stella. It fixes everything. All right, so dimensionals on the back of my Ladybug. And then I put a lot on her because there's a reason, and I'll show you in a minute. So moving on to the sentiment strip, I just put dry adhesive on the back, and then I put it on a little mat of Melon Mambo, and then I put that right up at the top. Here is my insert piece with my just dry adhesive. Used a bone folder to fold it in half. And I'm actually going to stamp on the inside of my card too, just with a plain black image. Now here I have, now you can still get this, I believe. It's called Shimmery Crystal Effects. I got it with the Christmas catalog. I am applying it liberally. It comes out milky like this, but when it dries to a hard finish. And if we all know ladybugs they have a shine to them. So I wanted to, and this has sparkle in it too. I don't know if you're going to catch that with the video, but you certainly will in the stills. That is my share for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.